How do attitudes and beliefs correlate with motivation and behaviors? Well, first thing I want to say there is let's separate motivation and behaviors because those aren't the same, right? And obviously the correlation between motivation and behaviors is not one to one. We all have specific ways that we want to approach things, but we also recognize that we live in a world with other people and outside forces, and we need to adapt our approach and our behavior based upon what the situation calls for, right? So we don't always act in accordance with what our motivations are. So I think that's clear. I think that attitudes and beliefs would be more uh, closely tied to motivations than they would be behaviors. I think that they speak more about how a person again feels about a situation or an environment or so on and so forth, and that is again very often closely tied to someone's motivation. As I said as I've said before, um, the I often talk to people about well, the beautiful thing about motivations is that it really can help them answer the why do you feel the way that you feel, right? It also might help you answer why you have the attitude or the belief that you have in some way. So for me, motivation is more foundational than a belief or an attitude. I think that motivation actually might lead to a particular attitude or a belief, and then even further downstream would be the behavior. And so that's how I like to think about motivations, and where they sort of fit in that puzzle. And it is a puzzle, right? It is complicated, but I find that knowing the motivational profile, the motivational makeup of an individual can be very helpful in diagnosing or helping them discern where their attitudes or their beliefs might be maybe a lot stronger or weaker than other individuals in some way, shape, or form, right? And again, I think even further downstream is the behavior, because that's the thing that's really modifiable, really, really pliable in some way, whereas motivation, behavior, beliefs, and attitudes a little bit less so.